Guys, it's a little bit late for the Redstone short, but tonight's Redstone short is on hoppers. And make sure you guys remind me to go back to hard mode when I go back. Tonight's is about hoppers and hoppers and hoppers. Hoppers are one of the greatest, most awesome things that they ever put into Minecraft. Okay? It allows you to do so much. So, here's an example of an easy example of what a hopper does. First of all, I'm going to go over how to make a hopper. The way that you make a hopper is that you take 5 iron ingots and arrange them in this configuration. Then you put a chest. It doesn't have to be an iron chest. I'm sorry, a chest in the middle, which gives you a hopper. Okay. Now, what a hopper will do is that anything that's placed in it, it will pass it on to the next item or next whatever. Okay, so for example, if we take this iron ingot and we queue it in there, and go like there, bam, now you have 2 iron ingots. Okay, so and one thing to note is that the way that this hopper is facing, that's a key point. Okay, is that you'll notice that this hopper is facing into this little thing here is facing into this chest. Okay, if you were to put your hopper down like that, it would not put anything into that chest. Okay, because this thing here is not facing. Now, how you get it to face this, okay, and without, if you just click on it, it's going to open. Okay, how's that going to work? You shift click on, and as you can see now, the little thing is facing into the chest, which will show that it is actually going to feed into the chest. And to show you that, we'll go ahead and hopefully one of these will go in here. Of course, it's being dumb. There we go. The tree went in. So there's our tree. All right. So these are hoppers, and they're great for feeding stuff in. And yes, you could put a whole floor of hoppers to collect things and put it into one chest, and you can easily use them as pipes. So here's an example. I've got 4 hoppers here, all in a row. As you can see, this one is feeding into this one, is feeding into this one, which is feeding into that one, which is feeding into the chest. So if I throw anything into, let's make sure that there's nothing in here. If I throw anything into this hopper from up here, it will end up in the chest, like so. All right? No redstone involved whatsoever, so really, why is this a redstone short? Well, because it actually, you can use redstone to control the hoppers on whether they suck or not. Here is a perfect example of a hopped up a furnace. Okay, so what this furnace is going to do is that anything that's placed in here is that it's going to place it in here. Anything that is in this one here will come out of this one here and go into here. And anything that's in here will go in the top. For example, if we wanted to cook some iron ore, for example. Let's get some iron ore out here. And we want to put our iron ore in there, and as you can see, it'll start cooking, right? Now notice how that went down to 63. Theoretically, that should automatically feed a new one in there. Theoretically, it's being dumb right now. It should feed a new one in there when it detects that it can have a new one. And as you can see, it is putting, oh, that's where I put my damn iron. So as you can see, it'll start feeding the iron ingots down into here. Don't prove me wrong. Yeah. Here. Where's it going? It's going in here instead? Where's my damn iron ingots going? There's 7. Okay, there we go. So, bam, I just picked it up, and bam, put it through there, and bam, it's in there. All right? And so, as you can see, it just continuously pulls it down, and theoretically, it should be feeding it new, I think that it is, new coal. That is how that works. So that's a good way that you can supercharge a furnace, is like this. Okay? Another way to, and this is going to explain a couple things here, is that a hopper will pull out of a water column. For example, we've got jungle wood in here, okay? And as you can see, the jungle wood can flow into any one of these items here. And I just didn't happen to use trap chest in between. I just decided not to. So if we push this, it should pop out some jungle wood. See, there it goes. And it's going into this first chest. So I'm going to show you how to stop something from going into a hopper. All you have to do is apply a redstone current to the hopper and it will plug it up. It will stop it from pulling. So I'm going to apply a redstone current by a switch back here, and I'm going to apply it to this one also, just to get this one shut off, and this one also. So our wood should pop out of our dispenser here. Actually, that's not a dispenser, that's a freaking dropper. It'll pop, and this has to be done with a dropper, by the way, most of the time. It'll drop out of there, it'll go all the way down here, and it'll go into this chest. As you can see, we've got one thing in that chest. So let's send it on its way. And poof, in the chest it goes. Okay? So that shows you right there that a redstone current applied to a hopper will shut the hopper off and keep things from going into it. You can use your own judgment on how you want to use that in the various different ways. Another thing that's nice about hoppers is that you can place things on top of hoppers. I haven't found anything that doesn't go on top of a hopper. Rail tracks, whatever, it'll go on top and it will still suck in whatever it wants. Like I have my half slabs that you guys saw earlier. Okay, as you can see, it went in there. And this is where you can take your items and divvy them through, sending a signal each time. So when I turn on this thing, it'll turn this on and it'll suck anything out of here and put it into there. 3, 2, 1, went through there, and poof, it's there. Right? And I can do the same thing as it's at 58, 57. If I turn it off, it stops sucking, and you can see it's through there. All right? So that is the end of the redstone short on hoppers. You can see that they're a very, very powerful tool. When it comes up to Tuesday, I have a design in my head to build a trash can where anything that you put into a certain chest, it'll automatically destroy it by using a dropper and hoppers. So that'll be on Tuesday. We'll be building that. Not necessarily for redstone short. It'll just be something that I'm going to build.